up Lisa and we're just having a little chat. She doesn't want to go on camera, but she's just talking about a lot of things that is relative to the channel. So yeah, sorry, go on, continue, you were saying.
Yeah, so I actually was studying a law degree myself.
Yeah.
Went right the way through, went through uni, and 6 months before I was due to graduate, after working alongside my university's law clinic, I realised I was just do you know what, this is draining me. I hate it. I really did hate it. And just everyone was it's a great career path, you should stick at it, get imagine the money that can be made, but it just wasn't for me. So 6 months before I was due to graduate, I decided to withdraw from uni and left. Everyone was just what are you doing? But it was because alongside my degree, I was supporting as a teaching assistant for children with special educational needs.
Okay, wow.
And it was that made me feel fulfilled, that gave me a purpose and made me feel like I was making a difference.
Totally, yeah.
Watching them children and how they've come about, and watching the struggles and things, and then seeing them come out the other end, it just, I don't know, it just makes you feel all warm inside, doesn't it? So and I think everyone says to me, oh, well, would you never go back and complete your degree and all that, do you have any regrets, looking at the job that you could have now? And I'm well, no, because I am more than happy. A job should never just be about paying the bills. It's got to give you that reason, that drive to want to do more and to do better.
Yeah, no, it's 1,000,000%, and you explained it perfectly. And I think sometimes, because I picked up a guy and he was doing law and he just wanted to help people in court and fight certain cases, but like you said, it's relative to you, and if it doesn't fulfill you, it's good if you can. I had a woman in before, she's from Sheffield and she loves gardening, and she had a banker's job for 30-40 years and it never fulfilled her. It just paid the bills, and she just said, she did emphasise it's easy saying that now, but she wishes if she could turn back time, she'd go back up and set up a gardening business. But I think what she was conveying is that it's good to try and, if you can, do something that fulfills you. And ultimately, I like to call it that spark. Like I said to you, if you won the lottery, the fact that because you're winning, this is audio, so we're not on camera, but she's young, stunning girl, and you wouldn't believe that she's a medic in the army as well, and that's another passion.
Really
so where did that so I think you give me a little bit of background, and I think that your family's in the army.
So it all started really with my granddad. My granddad was one of the first soldiers to land on Dunkirk beach.
Okay, wow.
And he was also one of the first soldiers to liberate one of the concentration camps too.
Okay, wow.
So that's obviously being a real thing within my family, and knowing
big time,
what them soldiers did to protect our future. And what they faced and what they went through, what they endured. So throughout my whole life, it's just fascinated me. I've still got his war papers and things. Various other members of my family are also in the military. So then that for me, I don't know, I feel it's just that knowing that you're making that difference, and obviously to be a medic, so my role is a combat medical technician. So I provide medical care on the front line. So obviously when them soldiers are first initially wounded, it's me that provides them that medical care and that attention under fire. And that is when them soldiers are in their most desperate hour of need, and knowing that you're helping them survive, when they're desperate really, aren't you? And knowing that you're helping them get homes back safe and well to their families is it's just a feeling it's so rewarding. A lot of the men and women, they have children, and you do think about the impact that could potentially have on their lives. So when you're treating that casualty, you know, there's all sorts of things running through your head, and it's knowing that you're completing that job to the best of your ability to get them home safe and well.
Okay, well, yeah, so you're full of sparks, aren't you? So how does that unfold, like, long term? So I'm assuming if you're in the army, then this is something that you're going to be involved with for a number of years.
Yeah.
So if something was to happen, like a war or conscription or whatever, then even without, like, conscription is where the general public's got to get involved. But I think yours is a bit different. If a war broke out, are you saying that you could be in a position on the front line?
Yeah,
being involved?
100%. So that's what happens. So you know, you're always allocated a CMT. So that's obviously a combat medic. And they're on the front line, and then obviously you've got your various other roles too, you know, behind the scenes. So you've still got your nurses, your doctors, everything within civilian life that you have within the army, within the military too, to provide that care.
Okay.
So yeah.
Is there many, like, girls your age, because you're young? Is there?
Does it? I mean, like, you laugh because it's like, I mean, for me personally, I'm the only girl within my troop.
Okay.
But there's plenty of women and girls within the army. Yeah, I'd say it's probably it is a real mix. Obviously, you know, a lot of the people, like, you think of the military and you think straight away males.
You do, yeah.
But there is an awful lot for girls in there too. It's great.
And you're prepared if that call ever come up to just fulfill your duty and
that's
get out
the
there.
reason why you do your training. I don't think you'll ever get through training half-arsing it. Ever. You've got to have that drive, you've got to have that passion and that motivation to get you through. You know, your training's tough, it's difficult. I done mine in the depths of winter.
Oh, did you as well?
It was freezing, you know, being on it, like, exercise, going out and all that training and the long hours and the things, and you know, it takes a toll on you physically, mentally and emotionally, but it's building that resilience and that determination to keep going through, and then it's being proud of yourself for getting through that at the other end and being like, do you know what, I am now a fully trained soldier, like, you know, I can do my job. So yeah. Okay,
wow. Yeah, no, it's amazing. So yeah, so you've got your hands full then with your full-time job, and once again, like I feel it's called the Taxi Podcast, but it's like perspectives. I like to emphasize perspectives because it's important for people. No matter who we are, we've all got some value to offer. Like, I picked a woman up from the YMCA and she's transitioning off the drugs and that. And when I asked her the question, she just wants to be with people at the end of life. That's what she wants to do. And some people, not everyone, some people are in their own lanes and they haven't found it. But, like, I think some people, it's just in them to help people. And I think from your 2 jobs, that's definitely, like, your spark. And you just, like what you said before, you're like kind of here to fulfill a certain purpose. And you're clearly, like, helping people. And, like, in society, you see some people and we just be lost. You know, like, people doing certain jobs, personal care and care work, and we've all got strengths and limitations, but some people are made for certain jobs
100%
more than others. But no, it's been like a pleasure just you sharing your experience and, like, your passions and, like, everything you're doing. And I think as the channel grows, it's good to just get more awareness on these type of things.
Definitely.
And I think probably at the moment the army needs potentially, and you're doing it because you want to do it. I can see you clearly understand the risks. Your family's being involved in it, but, like, you're game, you're ready just to if you get called to just go and do your duty.
You do. You know, there is, you've got to understand that, like, you know, obviously you are sacrificing time with your family and your loved ones to go and to obviously defend and protect, and you know, there's been plenty of men and women out there that have sacrificed their lives for that. So, you know, and, like, you're thinking, like, we wouldn't be here without you, and it's that sense of loyalty. You're like a family. So, you know, it's knowing that if shit is in the fan, we're all in it together and we're all going together and we're going to fight for our loved ones at home. And that's what it comes down to.
1,000,000%. Another classic example: never judge a book by its cover. You probably catch everyone off guard when you tell. Well, so you're a trooper. Would you describe yourself? How would you describe? Because you're part of the army. What branch is it?
So I'm attached to an infantry unit at the minute.
Yeah, no way. Like, you probably surprise a lot of people when you say it. If it comes up in conversation, they must look twice and think, no way.
I do. They call me Combat Barbie.
No way, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good alias. Yeah, Combat Barbie. No, I love it. Anything you want to say before we bring it to the close?
No, not at all. No.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, thanks for that.